Yo, Hideyuki here, the Rebelling Rose, the one chained to oblivion, returning yet again with another great video. Today we're going to be doing something very special for y'all. We're going to be talking about manga that deserves more hype. So without further ado, let's waste no time. First up on the list, we have The Moon on a Rainy Night. My goodness, this is a incredible Yuri manga, man. This is how you do Yuri. And the beautiful thing about this series is it has some of those tropes you would see in a silent voice, sign of affection, what have you, where you have the disabled girl, right? And you're trying to adjust to her lifestyle or what have you. But here it's done with such detail and integrity, thorough research that you can take it seriously. It's not some corny nonsense. It's not like a sign of affection where it tried so hard to be a silent voice but was coming nowhere close. This was a much more authentic experience. The art style is great, of course. The characters feel like actual fucking characters. They grow, they develop over time. And, the best part about this is the romance is not forced. It's in there. Both of the girls, they're trying to learn to get along with each other and understand each other better, but it's not this forced romance or what have you. It doesn't feel corny. They're just still living out their daily lives and trying to do the most they can. And yeah, it's just a wonderful manga altogether. I would definitely recommend this, no problem. And yeah, it's definitely a series that deserves a lot more hype, especially for those of y'all that love Yuri stories. Next up on the list, we have Drifting Dragons. This is a shocker for me. I honestly don't get how this manga has so many volumes. It even has an anime adaptation, and people are still sleeping on Drifting Dragons? Like, that's wild to me. I mean, look at this series, man. The artwork is absolutely wonderful. You have this tale of dragons, man, just exploring the skies, right? You have this crew that goes around town to town, right? They're pretty much vagabonds or what have you. They just live on the edge all the time, and they help each other out. They help the towns members. They take down dragons for other townspeople. They get it for goods. They do it for cooking and what have you. Just very, very well put together. And this is a perfect example of a seinen manga that doesn't have to be edgy. If you want a seinen series that isn't all about blood, gore, guts, and edge, sex, and violence and what have you, then this series is definitely for you. It's definitely slept on, and just deserves so much more attention, you know. But anyways, next up on the list we have Zetman. Zetman is a series that should have had an English print ages ago, man. I mean, this manga should have been printed fully in English ages ago. Sadly, we only had that shitty ass anime that TMS did all those years ago. Absolutely horrible adaptation. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Zetman the manga, and this series is how you do fucking edgy superheroes. This is how you do superheroes and you can take it seriously. Not that Challenge X garbage. Not all that other bullshit My Hero Academia. Nah, fuck all that nonsense, man. We got a real fucking manga. Taking a page out of Guyver's handbook, out of Skullman's handbook, out of Common Rider's handbook, and really knowing how to flip the superhero tropes on its head, treating these superheroes like they're actual humans, treating them in different ways that we haven't seen before. And accompanied by great artwork, man. I mean, wow, this was just an incredible series to say the least. And yeah, it definitely deserves to be in print. Next up on the list, we have Franken Fran. Woo! Boy, this series, man, oh man. I have this series directly in my collection. Thank goodness we have some of this printed. And yeah, I can't wait to see the sequel manga also get a print. That'll be very lovely. But anyways, back to the actual story, right? So this is pretty much an anthology. It's a bunch of random assorted horror short stories. Not really a major plot line, but this is a series that knows how to kind of dig deeper into society a little bit. We're making fun of traditional Japanese society, how humans behave and what have you, and just showing the absolute fear, out of these people. And it's very interesting. Fran herself is just such a, out there character, but in a good way. she's looking at everything in a scientific way. Like, yes, she has, her little emotional quirks, but, her screws are, a little loose here and there, if you know what I mean. And man, it was just a great reading experience. Definitely something that definitely deserves a lot more attention and hype. I'm starting to see horror manga channels talk about this series more, which is a good thing. I would love for them to keep pressing, and pressing, and hopefully we can get that sequel out. Just a wonderful experience. And what even surprised me more was this series knew how to do parodies better than parody manga. That's another impressive feat about this series. This series had a common writer parody, a whole bunch of shorts about, common writer making fun of the traditional writer stuff, and in a nuanced way. I was completely shocked. I was like, wow, man, like, we know how to do it. I look at Tojima wants to be a common writer. I'm like, man, Franken Fran did everything you tried to do, but a million times better. And it's just a complete love letter to, other classic bio horror films and what have you. Is Yeah, it is a great manga to say the least. Next up on the list, we have Maju Sensen. This is definitely an overlooked work from Ken Ishikawa, Go Nagai's assistant. And if you take a look at his art style, you can definitely tell that this is some Devilman esque stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much correct. Just think of Violence Jack and Devilman, but with these, beastmen. You have these beastmen, going around trying to take over the world or what have you. It's just, man, just a completely zany, violent adventure. This is back when shonen could be taken a little more seriously, and man, just an incredible series. This is definitely one of the greats. Without this, we wouldn't have certain things from Evangelion. Evangelion definitely took some notes from this series, and yeah, it's great to see greatness taking note of more greatness. Something that definitely deserves to be an English print. Seven Seas. I'm looking at you, y'all, because you guys have all the classics. As of right now, so this is definitely something to pick up. But anyways, moving on. Next up on the list, we have Harlock Dimensional Voyage. Boy, oh boy, I have been vouching for this series for a long time now, man. Harlock Dimensional Voyage is pretty much the signature edition of the Harlock story. I love the original manga as well, but Leiji Matsumoto really did his thing with this retelling. And not only do we have a complete story, but we also have an updated art style that works for everybody. If you can't read, the old Harlock because the art style's too old, that 70s scrappy look, uh, then you got Dimensional Voyage. So there you have it, right? Just an amazing story about pirates that can be taken seriously. Space pirates, journeying, taking down the Amazon, right? This, alien race that wants to have control of the Earth because, their planet got all fucked up. Their race is all messed up. So, they want to be secure. You know what I'm saying? And the Earth is just a completely lazy ball of nothing. People like Harlock are only the last ones standing fighting for the Earth. The people in the higher positions, they don't care about their Earth. They could just care about their own greed and what have you. So it's a very good critical look at that as well. An incredible manga to say the least. And last but not least, we have Ajin Demi-Human. Boy, oh boy, the anime definitely destroyed the reputation of this great manga, sadly. It got that CGI garbage treatment, and yeah, sadly, it just pains me to say, but it ruined the legacy for Ajin. But without talking about the anime, the actual manga itself is still untouched. It's still a great series to read. And yeah, I'm glad that this actually got an English print. Thank goodness that we have that. Not that happy that we're getting omnibus of this now, but hey, I guess it's another way to experience it. But there are still ways to find the singles. They're not out of print yet, so I would recommend getting those. But anyways, Ajin Demi-Human, you have these ghosts, right? You have these crazy ghosts and what have you popping up on the scene, and you have this terrorist organization, pretty much trying to take down the government from the inside out. And yeah, it's just an all-out war with these creatures. And yeah, it's just a great reading experience. This is how you do a seinen manga series, man. Great artwork, great character development. I mean, so many memorable characters. Sato, man, whoo, that man's a beast in this series, man. Very, very iconic. Probably one of the best characters in this series. A very great villain. And yeah, with that being said, those are all of my manga that deserve more hype. These are series that definitely deserve more attention, whether they need an English print or whether they need a little more backing and support from the broader manga community, and just have people experience more great manga on daily. With that, but with that being said, Hideyuki here, the Rebelling Rose, and until next time, I'll see ya.